This past Sunday, I posted a video entitled A Short-Term Astrological Transit in Trump's Chart. And I explained that when these types of transits happen, he tends to either run into difficult events and or engage in unforced errors that basically make him look bad. And it was related to planets going through the early part of the cardinal section, either in Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn, and then also as the planet or planets move forward and then go to the later degrees, cardinal, same thing again, Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn, because he happens to have planets in his chart that get triggered. And so this is where it was, and if you move this forward from there, into Monday, it crosses through later degrees, and now into today, into Tuesday, as we speak. And you can see from what follows what's actually taken place, because he is trying to distract both from the totally awful situation around the coronavirus pandemic and his complete mishandling of it, as well as some nefarious things he's engaging in, like firing inspector generals and trying to bypass Congress while making arms deals with Saudi Arabia. He comes up with this particular topic, which he got into on Monday, yesterday, and it's carried over into today.
I happen to be taking it.
Hydroxychloroquine?
I'm taking it, hydroxychloroquine.
When?
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, when?
A couple of weeks ago, I started taking it. Because I think it's good. I've heard a lot of good stories. And if it's not good, I'll tell you right. I'm not going to get hurt by it.
If you are in a risky population here and you are taking this as a preventative treatment to ward off the virus, or in a worst case scenario, you are dealing with the virus, and you are in this vulnerable population, it will kill you. I cannot stress enough. This will kill you.
As far as the president is concerned, he's our president, and I would rather he not be taking something that has not been approved by the scientists, especially in his age group and in his, shall we say, weight group, what is morbidly obese, they say. So I think that it's not a good idea.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Joe. It's Tuesday, May the 19th, and I don't even know where to begin with yesterday. Often, the president will say things and to distract, and obviously we're passing a 90,000 threshold in of dead Americans, and you have many saying that actually it's far more than that. You have a lot of scientists and doctors and nurses saying that from everything they've seen, it's far more than that. But sometimes I talk about bright, shiny objects that the president tries to get us to follow, or talk about separating the signal from the ground noise. And this certainly was thrown out as a distraction because the president always wants to distract from his failures, and certainly probably now wants to distract from the fact that the Secretary of State was being investigated and that the president was being investigated for Saudi arms sales. And so they fired the investigator. And that's, of course, what the Senate's now doing. They're investigating the investigators because they've been caught time and time again. But when the President of the United States actually says he's doing something, which, let me assure you, he is not doing. Let me assure you, the President of the United States is not taking hydroxychloroquine. And all the time that I knew him, I only sat for one meal with him. And before that meal, he had wipes like this high, and would just go through the wipes compulsively and wipe his hands, sanitize his hands before eating anything. So he's not taking something that his own administration has said will kill you, that his own FDA said will kill you, that the VA said will kill you. And Fox News is, Neil Cavuto said on Fox News, and I say this to seniors who I'm so worried about, and I know we're all worried about you because the president's been acting so reckless over the past several months. Listen to Neil Cavuto. It will kill you. This will kill you, Fox News' Neil Cavuto said. And that's what doctors will say too. The FDA said, take it if you're in the hospital, or take it if you're in a closely watched clinical trial. But don't take it unless you're under those two circumstances. And so the president's not taking it, and yet he's telling Americans that they should.
There you have it. Absolutely irresponsible as well as dangerous. I realize I'm probably preaching to the choir here, but as I've said before, quite a number of times, please do not listen to what this man says. Don't do anything he says. Listen to the advice of people that know what they're doing and know what they're talking about, and stay safe.